Velocipede. For bicycles, you have Velocipede with wheels, pedals on the front, and you mount it kind of like this. Feet over. And off you go. Wheels are basically wagon technology. You have wood wheels and steel tires. Sometimes they have paved roads. So this is kind of can't go real fast. You won't be able to go 38 inches. It's just the technology, steel to do. Steel wheels with steel spokes. Going downhill, you can put your feet up here and let gravity take it. You do have a brake, wind it up here, comes back on the rear wheel. And you get out. In this case, merely just put your foot down. Thank you very much. Hello all. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the American Velocipede. This is a Sargent Velocipede made up in Boston. Sargent was a carriage company, so they're very familiar with making wheels like this. You have wood felloes, wood rims, steel tires, wood hub like this, which is all marvelous and great. Wheels were considered expendable, so you'd use them for a season or two, they'd dry out, and you'd throw them away and get new ones. Of course, this bike from 1869 is over 150 years old, and it's still with the same wheels. The wood tends to dry out a little bit. You have to have a little oil to keep them buoyant. This is a high-end Velocipede. You have the tracings of gold trimming here. You have your leg rest up here for coasting. This is one of two examples known. The other one is in the Smithsonian of the Singer like this. You also have the unique, very narrow pedals down here. Originally, the Velocipede people grew out of the horseman group, so you would wear boots. So you'd use the center of your foot instead of the pedal, the tip of your toes. So your boot would fit right in here with the heel at this end. That's very European. This is basically a European type design, copied from the Michaud design, which came out April 1868, apologize. It was imported to America the fall of 1868, and America was introduced to the Velocipede inside. It was an inside sport, taking over roller skating rinks, ice skating rinks, going around in circles, riding these on wood floors. When spring came out, they all anticipated taking this outside to have a wonderful time. But with these very, very narrow tires, the American roads were pretty pathetic at that time. So these did not do well on the American roads. They just sank in the mud and the dirt, gravel. Cobblestones were pretty nasty on this bike. You do have a bit of suspension back here with a saddle spring, but nonetheless, with the solid steel tires, it's pretty punishing. The brake you have back here on your rear wheel, and you have the spring here. So what you do is you crank your spring like handlebar like that, and then that draws the pedal or the spoon onto your rear wheel. Kind of clever, right? You have a spring to bring it back. Normally these wheels are only in the 36 to 38 inch range. You don't want to get much larger than that for a wood spoke wood wheel. They did come out with tension wheels, which have the conventional metal spokes with the rims and rubber tires by 1870. By that time, America had already given up on the Velocipede. America had a romance with these things. It was a craze, an absolute craze, from the winter of 1868, roughly November of 1868, until the spring of 1869, and then it all died. There were some patents taken out, and there was a monopoly regarding who could operate them, who couldn't operate them, and people just gave up on it, and it wasn't until the mid-1870s, later 1870s, that bicycles really came back to America. So this is the Velocipede, made by the Sargent company up in Boston. A very nice example of a period Velocipede. Thank you very much. If you like what you see, please subscribe. Thank you.